In this video, we're going to look at importing our FBX animated models into Unity. There are two formats in which you can bring the FBX models in. The first format, and the format that you will obtain animations from Mixamo, is a multi-file format. As you can see here, we've got the YBot model that we downloaded before. This FBX file, just with its name, is the model itself with no animations on it. Now, the bone structure inside this file is exactly the same as it is for all these other FBX files, and you can see that the name of the animation has been included in the file name. So for each different animation, there's a different FBX file, and we can put these ones and apply them to this model, which gives us all of these different types of animations. So this is the multi-file version. If you're creating your own animations, you can create them like this. So you can create the default character, rigged, but with no animations, and then do each animation in a separate FBX file and then import them in this method where each animation has its name after an @ symbol in the file name. Now, that's the multi-file version. The single file version is when the character and all of the animations exist in the one file. This guy here is a single FBX file. Now, if I scrub through the timeline here in Maya, you'll see all of his animations. So he has a walking animation, he then has a running animation, he then has a kick, punch, jump. They're all one after the other as keyframes set in this timeline. So instead of multiple files, he has one single file. Now, you can do this as well when you create your FBX file. If you do, you need to take note of the starting and ending frame for each single animation. And then once you've brought your file into Unity, you can split it up with their tools. Let's have a look in Unity how each of these different types of animation files are handled when you try and import them. If you'd like to follow along, the YBot model and also the LERPS model have been included. First, let's bring in the YBot model, which has the multiple FBX animations. Now, it's in a single folder, which includes all of the content. To bring that into Unity, you grab the entire folder and drag and drop it into your assets. That will then import the model and all of the animations. And you can see here we now have a YBot folder. Inside that folder, you'll find the YBot. You'll also find some blue blocks that represent each of those animations that we brought in. And if you click on those, you'll get a preview in the inspector. So this was the neutral idle animation, and the other one will be the walking animation. Because later we're going to use each of the different animations in the animator controller, it's good that they're already split up for us in this way. So you need to do no more preparation other than drag and drop your folder with all of your animations in it into Unity, and it's ready to go. Now, if you've got a single file, such as the LERPS model, if we drag and drop that in, it's going to bring in the model itself, but the structure that you get will be a little different. So we've got our model here for LERPS, but you can't see any of the animation cubes, such as the YBot has these two separate animations here. But if we look under this little fold out tab on the LERPS model, inside it we'll find this take 01. And this animation here with the play button on it, if we play it, it's going to play through all of the animations in that file, one after the other. So our job now is to actually divide all of these animations up into single animations that we can use in the animation controller. So to divide them up, select the LERPS model, and in the inspector, go to the Animations tab, and it will give you a list of the different clips that are in the single file. And you can see here that it has a clip called Take 001, which starts at frame 1 and goes to frame 460. So that's the entire animation, all of them stitched together. To split it up, we click on the Add button, and then we can edit these clips. So the first one in that sequence is walk. So we select a name, then we go to clamp range, and we set the start frame, which is in this case 1, and the walk animation ends at frame 33. So now if I run this, we will just get the walk animation, and it's going to loop for us over and over again in this little preview so that we can see we've got it. So that's the walk animation. Now if we want to add the next one in the sequence, which is our run animation, we then clamp that range, and 1 starts at 41 and ends at 57. And again, once we've set the range, we can press play and have a look at his run animation. So the process here is to work through the entire clip, selecting the frames for the start and end of each animation that we want. Of course, you don't need to get every single clip out of that entire animation. If you only want to use the walk and the run, then you only need to declare the walk and the run. A full list of the start and end animations that are in the LERPS model are included in the prose that is included with this lecture. Once we've added all of the ones that we want, if you hit apply, it's now going to add those animations, not as the blue boxes that you saw before for the other model, the Y-bot, but you'll find them as these types of play buttons here. So you can see the run animation is now applied to LERPS and the walk animation is applied to there. With respect to the Y-bot, those particular animations are inside of these blue boxes. So if we select this blue box here, it then shows you this play button with the actual animation. So these are the icons that we start looking for when we apply our animations to our character using the animation state controllers.